share with everybody?
You was part of that activity, Sean. Let's do what you want to
Hopefully I'm not my camera over.
Okay, Ebony K. Williams is here. Ebony K. Williams.
Good morning, Breakfast Club fam. Good morning, Horrible Decisions family. Hello, fam. This is like a family reunion up in this piece.
It really is. I feel like we about to start fighting, so let's just say we love each other now.
I actually feel bad. I actually feel bad. And I'm going to tell you why I feel bad, because I did two things this week that I normally don't do. Number one, if somebody I know is got something going on social media, we should have spoke to them and not about them. You know what I mean? And Ebony is our people. So I feel like we should have probably spoke to her, you know, reached out to her like we always do for everything else. And I didn't watch the full interview with Ayanla. I watched the clip online.
Look, I reached out to you, my good brother.
Yes,
and we had a productive, spirited conversation.
Yes, we did.
And you
I don't
rolled
know
out
if I
the red
can
carpet.
listen to the Breakfast Club right now, so let's just ride. I don't want to get like any strikes for using somebody else's broadcast, but I do want you to see my drive out. It is so beautiful as I'm leaving the beach that I was at. I only had an hour worth of parking, so yeah. I vowed to own one of these houses one day. It would be great if I could win $1 million on the lottery. I'm supposed to be manifesting a lottery win. And I have a book that I like to read that talks about this. It's basically called Manifesting a Lottery Win. And I can read the book to you guys. I know it is available on Amazon, and I can put a link in the description as well. But I don't have the book on me right now. But what do you guys think about manifesting a lottery win with me? For my lifestyle portion of like my channel, this is one thing that I would like to do. So I think this would be a good idea, just for more content, and content that would actually, that house is beautiful that I just passed. It looks so modern. But anyway, this is definitely content that I feel like brings something to the table for my audience. You know, you might win the lottery. You never know. So yeah, we can just concentrate together and make sure that we do everything that we're supposed to manifest the lottery win, right? Basically, the book talks about being grateful. The book talks about, you know, really focusing in and honing in on what it is that you want, what you want to do with this money, what your plans are. Being grateful that you know that you're going to get it. It's just a lot like that. And also living the dream, like kind of already activating what you would do with this money. I'm not saying go buy you a Tesla or nothing like that. I'm saying, are you talking to a financial planner? Are you reading up on financial planning? Are you at least watching YouTube videos, you know, so that you can learn what to do with money if you come into it? You know what I mean? So yeah, very good idea that I think you could do to manifest like a lottery win, right? So yeah. So now we're out on Gulf Bay, I think, something like that. Let me see what the name of the street is called. It is called Gulf Boulevard. So to your left is going to be all water. To your right is all water too. It's kind of like the marina side where the boats are and stuff like that. But on the left of you is going to be more so like the actual sand and water, you know, for you to actually walk onto the beach. On the marina side is you get on a boat, right? Which the marina side is boring to me. I don't desire to get on a boat. But yeah, just keep riding with me. Kind of boring riding behind this truck, but my turn is coming up here soon so that I can turn out. You're going to see some beautiful houses that you can dream with me that you might want to live in one day. But yeah, it's niceness around here. That light wasn't long at all. That was amazing. All right, so here goes my turn up here. Surf Style is a place where you can go in and buy swimsuits, cover-ups. You can even go surfing in the building, and they got a lot of them all over Florida. Y'all see some of these houses? They're so beautiful, and I would never want to live on a main street like this. But those houses is real pretty. Then there's some over on the other side on the water. But if you move to Florida and you come closer to, you know, the edges of Florida, this is kind of what it's looking like. Just beautifulness. Yeah, the only other thing about it is when the hurricane hits, you got to evacuate if you choose to. You don't have to, but I don't know if it's a have to or not. Actually, you might have to in some cases. There's some times where people make mistakes and decide to stay and hunker down. Well, I know that there was a lady that did decide to go ahead and hunker down in Miami, and everybody was already forewarned. Ambulance, none of that is coming out. Her house was fine, but she had a heart attack and passed away. Because nobody was going to come out to help her anyway. And this is the thing about the hurricanes. You might feel like I'm going to stick with my house and I'm going to hunker down. And I have stayed at my apartment because I didn't think that it was going to be that bad. But I'll tell you, the way that it makes you feel, the uncertainty of it, it is just nerve-wracking. And I decided that, yeah, I'm not built like that. I would rather just, other than worry about, am I going to be like floating out or trying to swim out of a situation. You know, I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. Whenever we hear hurricane, of course, we're thinking Katrina. You know, so just imagine what's going through your mind. A lot of people that's from my city that works at my job, they go ahead and evacuate and go ahead and go back to Kansas City or whatever. Well, the thing with that is the weather is bad days before a hurricane, and then it only gets worse. So driving in that type of weather is terrible. During Hurricane Irma, people were stuck on the highway because everybody tried to evacuate. And I got to the point where I was like, oh, this is getting scary. Even after the hurricane, there was no gasoline because everybody filled up and took as much gasoline as they possibly could, which left a lot of people dry. So there were people running out of gas on the highway. There were people stuck on the highway because the highway was not moving. There was hotels taken all the way up to Tennessee because we had evacuated. And a lot of us evacuated that did not need to evacuate. You were not in a flood zone or anything like that. It was just a lot of people were worried. So Imagine now the highways are so messed up that truckers can't get in and deliver us food. So Walmart is empty. Uh, Sam's Club is empty. I happened to find water at a BJ's. I had a membership. It was like a free trial. So thank God that happened. I was able to get water. It was like all 1 liters, a whole case of them. Probably paid about $20 for it, but I was also able to get gas at BJ's. But this is kind of what happens down here. So you can deal with how pretty it is. It is beautiful. The seasons are not here. You don't have to worry about the 4 seasons down here and down as far as I am in Florida. Now it does get cold, don't get me wrong, but the main thing that is a hassle is the hurricane and what happens during the hurricane. Um, yeah, oftentimes there's deaths in the hurricane, and trust me, it's not really from someone drowning or something. It's from someone more so like deciding, oh, I want to go out and see what happened, see what the damage was. They might get electrocuted by a wire, or a tree might fall down on them, some stuff like that. And I'm not saying that that happens all the time, but yeah, from what the news is saying, a lot of reports of death after the fact is from stuff like that. But that's pretty much it. Now we're kind of into the city of St. Pete or Treasure Island. I'm not really for sure what city I'm in, but this is it. Now it just looks normal. Like the trees aren't even palm trees as much, but it just looks kind of normal. I'm gonna get out and try to see where I can go today, and that's about it. Have a good day.